Welcome! In this video, I'm going to teach you how to convert fractions to decimals. So let's get started. Just a quick review about our place values. You have learned throughout your years about the whole numbers, our ones, tens, and hundreds place. And then right behind this thing of a decimal is our tenths and hundredths. And today we're going to be focusing on the tenths place and converting a fraction of tenths into an actual decimal. So let's take a look. Let's say they give us the number 3/10. So I have our two place values here, our whole number and our decimal, our tenths. And as you can see, we have tenths here. So our tenths, we have three of them, 3/10. And we don't have a single whole number here. We would probably see it here like a mixed number, so we can put a 0 here. The 0 isn't necessary, that's why I put this line down here as well. You could also just write 3/10 like that. Either way, both of these answers are correct, and that represents 3/10. We're filling in this tenths spot with whatever our numerator might be. So same thing here. We have 7/10. And once again, I have our blanks here as our place value to give us an example. We have no whole numbers here, so I could just put a 0 right here. And then in my 10th spot, this is telling me, my numerator is telling me I have 7 of these tenths, so I can just put a 7 here. Once again, you can just write it like this without the 0. Either way is correct. 0 or no 0, just make sure you have your decimal point and your tenths, in this case being 7/10. So here is this one, 5/10. So I have my decimal point and 5. I could also write it as 0 and 5/10, not necessary with the 0, just 5/10, like without the 0 works just as well. Now, going into further levels, you will notice our mixed numbers, our whole number, and then our fraction. And once again, I put our place value here. These blanks in our decimal represent the place values. So we look at our whole number here. I have 4 wholes and 2/10 left over. So 4 is my whole number here in my 1 spot, and my decimal point, 2/10, because this is our 10th spot, and this fraction is telling me I have 2 of them, 2/10, 4 and 2/10. You have to write it like this. There's no other way. That's your answer. And let's try another one. Let's say I have 2 and 8/10. You'll always have this little decimal here tells you the and. So you have 2 whole numbers and 8/10 left over. So 2 wholes plus 8/10, 2 and 8/10. And then our last one here, you have 3 and 6/10. Okay, 3 wholes and 6/10. So that's how you convert a fraction into a decimal. I mean, things to remember are you have for some of your levels, you'll have a whole number and your decimal, or you'll just have your decimal like this. Once again, the 7/10 looked like this, 7/10. Or you could have written it like this. You might see it either way. Either way is correct. There you have it, boys and girls. Good luck. You've got this. Good job.